Okay, it's another day. Let's go. Thank God.
Nino Lombardi has two passions in life.
It's going to be pretty good today. The weather's fine.
The first and most important is his wife, Alice, who has battled lung cancer for the past 5 years.
Take your cup. One fella told me, you should treat your wife like a garden. The more you tend to the garden, the more lovelier it gets. So I'm still tending to my wife, and I'll tend to her as long as I can.
I'll have it later.
Okay, I'll have it later. Here it is.
When Alice is resting or with the visiting nurse, Nino heads downstairs to his cluttered basement studio and tends to his second passion, painting.
I gotta start putting some more white in here, fill up these sails, because it's supposed to be a good windy day, and a little bit more here, I think.
This self-taught artist usually paints from his memory of places he and Alice have been, mixing it up with a little imagination and artistic license.
Oh, I think they're wonderful. They're very warm, and they're very inspiring. This one here, we used to ski many years ago. That's North Conway, and I loved it. I had such a good time that day, and I said, Nino, try to remember this path and paint this for me.
Nino says he's always been proud of his work, the walls and fireplaces he built as a mason, and the paintings he was able to devote full-time attention to once he retired. He figures he's done thousands of paintings over the years, and all are originals.
If you told me to copy this all over again, it would never be the same. It would never be the same. And this is what people like about my work.
Nino paints scenes of marching penguins on slate roof tiles, and he turns rocks and seashells into good luck ladybugs. On mahogany wood planks, he creates sweeping panoramic land and seascapes.
I really like his landscapes because they all seem to come from his imagination, and they have a real free quality to them that I really enjoy. And he has a really good way of making you feel like you're right there.
Up until now, Nino has given away a lot of his art, and several of his paintings hang in City Hall.
I think they threw them all away after they made Nino. I think we could have turned this into his gallery, you know, and run up a few sales.
But now, with the high cost of Alice's home health care, he knows he must put a price on his second passion to cover the care of his first.
All this extra money I get, I'm going to give Alice more care, and she'll be here with me longer. This is the only reason why money has entered this time in my life.
He's always full of fun. He was always happy. I just thought he's going to be a good guy to live with, because if it wasn't funny, he'd make it funny. So that's how we did.
Yeah, thank you. I love you. Welcome to Nino's Gallery. Would you believe it? I'm going to give you a small tour of what I've done here, and I am very, very happy to please that this is going to be taped, and art lovers will enjoy it. So let me start off with. All right, first of all, this is part of my gallery right here. This is a piece of slate right here. Believe it or not, it's 2 feet by 4 feet. You can hear it, right? Okay. The gentleman that brought the slate, I assumed that he would bring this size. But no, but he's very happy here. He's planning to use a lobster trap and put this, because I said, it's so heavy, I don't know how it is hanging on the wall, but he's going to use that for the top of the lobster trap. That's okay. Now, all right. So now we'll take a tour over here. And I have people sign up, put their name, their phone number, and I ask them to give me a remark, give me a comment how the artwork is. And I'm very pleased what they have to say. It's beautiful, Mr. Lombardi. And I just can't believe that you covered so much art in all these years. But this painting here, believe it or not, right here, is Lake Como in Italy. Alice was a school teacher, and every April we used to take trips to Europe. Because, you know, school teachers, they love to get on the bus and go to Italy, Rome, all that. Well, this is up in Como, the northern part of Italy. This hotel I stayed in is right here, and it's overlooking the lake. So, through my memory, when I got home, I decided to paint it. To tell you the truth, sometimes I don't need a subject. I'm very, very lucky that I could just get an idea and go into a painting. But this one here came out so simple, it's beautiful. All right, well, let's move on a little ways here. This painting here of the lighthouse is at Bayview Avenue in Beverly, and it's more like a motif of Beverly, just like we have, like Rockport has it. So the people in Beverly consider it motif #1 in Beverly, the lighthouse on Bayview Avenue. Down below we have several other paintings. This painting here, believe it or not, is hanging in the White House. And this was sent to President Obama and Michelle Obama. And believe it or not, it took 4 months for me to get an answer if he received it. And he did it. And I have a beautiful letter that he gave me. And I'm hoping soon that I will go to Washington and meet him. Have it in one of the best galleries in the world, the White House. I am pleased about that. And the grandchildren are, because they say, Papa, someday when I have a car, I'm going to go to Washington to see your painting. Okay, I love my grandkids. And that's what it is. All right, we move on to over here. This is down through Anniswan River. And I really enjoy this because hundreds of people are always on the beach, and these boats always pull into this area. It's a short season in New England, the warm summer months, and they enjoy it. And we have another beach. Oh, this is Mingo Beach, Painter Mingo Beach. This is the lower one is Lynch Park, and then we go on to boats in Marblehead. Now, I'm quite sure people know where Marblehead is. It's known for its boats and its beautiful view. And on the top here, this is what you call, remember the regatta that they have up in Cambridge and Boston? Well, every year they have this regatta. So one good Sunday afternoon, Alice and I took Alice to Cambridge, and as we're sitting on the side of the beach here, the park area, I sketched it in and brought it back home and put together. So you see, every painting here has a story. This one here is, believe it or not, which a lot of people don't realize it, it's the Twin Lights in Gloucester, which is the only island in the country that have twin lights on it. And it's right here. To paint these, I could, if a Gloucester person saw this, believe me, they would know what it is. They would buy it. The secret of buying artwork sometimes is so simple. If they see something in it that they like, they'll buy it. Myself, I don't see paintings the way they do. I had a laugh at a woman the other day. She looked at one of my artworks. She said, "Oh my God," she says, "did you do a beautiful job on that house?" And I'm telling you the truth, I couldn't even see the house in the painting, but it was there. And now we all know where the public gardens are in Boston. And this is one of them. This is a small one. The big one that's like as big as this, as large as this, 4 feet by 3 feet, is hanging in the Beverly hospital, one hospital. And where they go in, they take a blood test. I think they call it a blood lab. And that's hanging on the wall. And down below it is Lynch Park, which we all know that. And some more of Marblehead with the sailboats over here. And there's another shot coming down the Charles River. And this one here, right here, believe it or not, is all sand dunes down in Wingasheet Beach. And believe it, now in the last couple of years, what I plan to do if I did this painting here, I would also give you a DVD of the painting. Now this is something that I decided to do because years ago that we didn't have the DVD, and I said, well, it doesn't cost me much more money to have this made up, and I have beautiful cameramen here. We can have these made up anytime. All right, we go on to, I'm continuing my artwork in my showroom here. These are the paintings that are all done. They can be purchased at any price. I don't have, I like to have the person value the painting. Because when you sell a painting when you go to a gallery, the gallery owner prices the painting himself. Because he's dealing with clientele that'll pay from $100 to $1,000. You know what I mean? So actually the artist would only get half of what he's asking for. Myself, I say, look, my dear, if you like this painting, please look at it. Enjoy the painting. If you value it for $100, it's yours. No matter what size it is. We can continue on the little ones. Now, sometimes I get a shock when I go down to Rockport. An 8x10 is $350. I have never honestly seen anybody ever walk out with a painting with this size for $350. That's not fair to the person, because my art, I paint for the people that want to buy the painting and enjoy it. I don't buy the painting like a millionaire that want to buy it and pay millions of dollars for it and then keep investing it in another gallery to get more money. I'm not happy that way, because if you stop and think about it, many people have paintings that their grandmothers still have, and they've had it in the house for 25 years. You know, so a painting would never be destroyed. It would either be passed on, and this is my philosophy. I like to give a gift, and when I give a painting, I consider a gift. It's a painting true from my heart, with happiness, kindness, and this is my gift to you. So if we've been given a gift of life, I am given a gift that I have been given, and I want to share it with other people. So God bless you all, and I hope you enjoy this little section of Color by Nino. We shortly will go into the other gallery. Excuse me, I'll direct you. Thank you. Follow me. Okay. Now this is a larger gallery, and believe me, this gallery is half for the children and half for the people that like smaller size paintings. So let me bring you over to the left side here. On this wall here is some of the people that have my artwork, and I deal a lot with the North Shore Music Theater, because if you're an actor, it's impossible to say that they don't enjoy art. Well, that's Mr. Coffee up here. He plays as Scrooge on Christmas carols. And this gentleman here, Steve Terrell, he writes for Frank Sinatra. And believe it or not, when I went to a showing in New York and showed some of my work, I met Katie Couric right here. She's a lovely person, and I'm telling you, she was so pleased that I came from Massachusetts. She says, oh, I thought just artists are in New York, just jokingly. And then we have down here, George Carlin. I'm going to tell you a little story about George. Alice didn't like to go see him. But after all, when Alice met him, he said, Mrs. Lombardi, this is my life. You don't think I have to make a living, and the language I use, I don't use in my household. And she felt so bad. She said, well, I'm a school teacher, and I think it's terrible. Well, anyway, but she ended up, he pleased her very well. And these are some of the awards that I got. Best Cam, an award. This here is an award from Patrick, who was the governor there before?
Deval Patrick.
Deval Patrick, when he was governor. And this top one says right here, White House, Obama, and Michelle Obama. They have my artwork. Senator Brown has my artwork. And there's just a lot of nice, kind people that have been so great to me, and they show their appreciation by their thank you letters. Believe me, the thank you letters alone would make me a millionaire if I took them all out of my drawers. But I'm happy what I'm doing. So let me continue this little tour again. Now, like I said, I have seasons in my artwork, and my series is the winter time, right? This is the spring, and this is Japanese. I deal with Chinese and Asian people too, and I did this. I think they're peacocks or something, Chinese style, because you know everybody sees what they want to see in a painting, and this is Boston Harbor. And there's another winter scene. And this one here, I'm going to be honest with you, I enjoy the beach at the winter. So when I go down the beach, who do I take? Well, my grandchildren. There they are in the winter time. So that's why I'm saying in the winter and spring is a beautiful time of the year to paint. So they enjoy that. I gave them that painting. And I'm going to continue over here now. Who doesn't do a Rockport scene? I think that's one of the first paintings that any artist has ever tried, because after all, Rockport is a big art community, and this is their motif #1 in Rockport. So I decided if Rockport can have a motif #1, I used the Bayview Avenue Lighthouse in Bayview in Beverly. And you can't believe how many people don't even believe that we have a lighthouse at the end of the street. So they call that motif #1 of Beverly. And believe it or not, my wife Alice taught school for 30 years. But believe it or not, remember I told you that people have creative feelings in their body and their mind? She did this needlepoint. And I was very surprised because she never did that at all in her life. And when she did that, I said, Alice, those are beautiful, you know. So I try to encourage people, please use your mind and use your hands, because God gave us a good mind, He gave us a good heart, and He gave us good hands, and we should be very happy that we can use them. But it doesn't seem to be happening in the new digital world today. It's too many upsetting parents that can't get close to their children anymore. Now we have the fun section. There's probably 35 penguins on this wall here, but I consider this the happiest wall in my gallery. Because when parents are walking around looking at artwork here, once in a while I hear $100, once in a while I hear $50, and they're talking to themselves about how much they want to pay for the painting. Now a little 8-year-old boy might be with his mother, and he comes over here and he looks at this wall. Mr. Lombardi, how much do you want for this penguin? How much do you want for this penguin painting? You know, I said, look, Tommy, I'm going to be honest with you. You can have any painting on this wall for $1. I said, but one thing, the $1 for the painting, I have to get a note from your mother that you've been helping around the house and you earned that $1. Now, I'm not going to give it to you for $1 if you haven't done a thing and you were nice and kind and help your grandmother or help anybody. You can have the painting. She said, you mean $1 for any one of these paintings? I said, yeah. So what does he do? He reaches in his pocket. He puts 10, 20, 25 cents on the table. And I said, well, Tommy, I told you it was $1. He said, well, give me a little look. And I gave him a look. And he says, Mummy, I'll be right back. He runs up the stairs, goes home, comes back. He said, Mr. Lombardi, you told me that the penguin was $1, right? So I said, yeah, go out and pick one up. So he walks over and he picks it up. And he's showing me the painting, this and that. $1. So goes back in his pocket, puts the money on the table. It's only 85 cents. I said, well, Tommy, I told you it was $1, but I'll tell you what to do. You owe me 15 cents, right? And take the penguin with you. So he took it home. So the next couple of days, his mother, he saw me washing the car, and his mother was alongside of him. And he says, I brought the painting to school for show and tell, and you wouldn't believe what happened, right? They were so happy. And I said, well, I'm very happy about that, because this painting will last forever for you. It'll be a memory. Because I can remember when someone gave me something when I was 8 years old, I never forgot it. I still have it in my little jewelry box, a little coin that they gave me. But you got a penguin painting and you'll have it the rest of your life. Okay, what happens? 3 days later, a knocking on the door comes. And says, hi, and are you Mr. Donald Lombardi, the artist that paints penguins? He says, yeah. He says, well, I saw Tommy in school and he told me that you're selling paintings for $1. I said, yeah. Well, you sit out there on the porch and I'll bring up a couple of the paintings of the penguins. Believe it or not, they both took out $1. They gave them the painting. So I have to make people happy, and if it isn't the money, it isn't the, it just isn't the money. It's what comes out of your heart, and when anything comes out of your heart, it's got to be happiness. It has to be. You know, if it isn't, you're going to have to work hard to work on it. And I know it's pretty hard to be happy today with all the things that are happening in the wars in Europe and all that, but you should go to bed, think about all the crazy things that happen, but remember, you'll never fall asleep unless you think of one thing, one good happy thing that happened to you today, and you had a big smile. So that's what you got to work on. All right, so I guess that's fine. And now we've come over here. This is what you call the flower wall. People like flowers, so I decided to do all these flowers, the poppies, the hydrangea, the wild roses, the white roses, the jonquils. I mean, they're pretty beautiful, you know. And like I say, you can't put a price on this. You can't. As far as I'm concerned, I think my work, I'm going to say to you honestly, it's priceless to me. So that's why I say just walk around, my dear. Whatever you see, please purchase it, put it on the wall. If you don't have the money, give me $1 down payment. And if it's $25, you can put the rest in the mail. I'm in no hurry to collect money for my artwork. But I'm going to be honest with you, I do need supplies sometimes. So I will accept a donation. But if a millionaire bought one of my paintings, I get upset because sometimes they transfer it to another gallery and they're only interested in the value of who's ever there. If millions are there, they're not going to say $100, $200. They're going to try to get as much as they can. And if one buys it, they'll buy another one. You know how that circle works. But I'm not into finances. I'm a happy little man, and I'm going to stay happy. And the happiness thing I get is I live long enough to find beautiful people here. Mainly my cameraman that's taken my camera lady that's taken my picture right now. And I'm quite sure my philosophy is filling her heart, and she'll go to New York. Rod, this is the place. This is the place. That's why I say to myself, oh my God, what would I do if I had at my age, living in a one-room apartment and wanted to paint? So Linda and my daughter is looking for a place for me to open up my own shop, because I got so much of it in Lanesville, Gloucester. She owns a building there, and they have space. She says, Daddy, you're going to run out of space here. So we're going to soon have a gallery up in Gloucester. Okay, well, this is some of the stuff that you can take. Look at all these shells. See these here? These are unfinished. And I'll show you what they look like. These are all unfinished, but they end up looking like this. Look at that. All right. Okay, now here, there's some more. Here they are. Okay. These are what I call the introduction to happiness. And if this doesn't put a smile on your face, there's got to be something wrong with you. Believe me. What I mainly do these for, I'm going to be honest with you, and you're going to think this is not possible, but this does really happen in life. Alice taught for 30 years at the Cove Montserrat building. Her first couple of years of school was tough because she was new at teaching, and she could never get the kids to the blackboard, right? So she asked me to come home, and married, you know a gut feeling when your wife is a little upset. So I said, what's wrong, honey? She says, I can't seem to get the children to the blackboard. The first grade is well, I said, what do you think I should do? I said, look, give him some candy. That's something. She said, I can't give him candy. He'll choke on it, and we'll get sued. Okay. So I said, look, let me go down the beach. Let me find a shell like this. And when I get home, clean them, bleach them, and put the penguins in the middle. It's all right. So I get the painting, I put the sky in, and I said, oh boy, I got to put the penguins. So I start putting the penguins in. Is this being filmed? Okay. And anyways, there they are, 4 penguins. So now what she does, she calls their name. I says, Tommy, I want you to come I want you to come up in front of the class, and I want you to show the children the penguin painting that Mr. Lombardi did. But he did this for me because you don't know your numbers. Now point your finger on one penguin and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever's on there, right? So you go 1, 2. She can't go any farther because the child doesn't know what the other 2 penguins are. So she says, you hold this, and next time I call you, you bring it home, show your mother, and she'll tell you how to count, right? And when you come to me the next day and you did 4, you own it. You have it. This is your gift. Even today, now God bless her, she's not here, and I still pray for her. I still talk to her, and I still do these in the love that I have for her. So this is actually, she used it for, she got a big compliment from one of the principals and superintendent of schools that this is a beautiful educational tool that you have created. These have a lot of happiness and love. So when I sell these, if they would like to donate $1, I'll accept $1. But now the dollars would either go to cancer fund or some kind of an organization in memory of my wife. So my dear friends, I hope I didn't bore you, but we all have a story in life, and it's a shame that some people can't seem to get their story to other people, because some of the big important people in this world with the money can easily approach a TV station. But don't let that hurt your feelings. Just keep it in your family. Let your family fall in love with you, and keep them as happy as you can, because happiness and kindness is free to all. You can't buy love with money. You can't buy happiness with money. The only one that's going to watch over you is yourself and the one that you believe in. So God bless you all, and have a great, happy day. Thank you very much for your time.